and I made a mistake. After he got all the tanks filled, I opened the leaking tank that was full of water from a couple of weeks ago. And the leak just got worse. And I didn't have anywhere for it to go. And so things started flooding. So I put the lid back on tank number 7 and it made that stop. And then I closed the handle, pulled out the swimming pool. I had a swimming pool too full of water to even dump. It's Shabbat. So this was last night. So I'm thinking, there's water leaking all over the ground, which makes for a nice, cool space for things to hide in. So what am I gonna do? I have a water pump that pumps water from one tank to another, but I didn't have a hose that was appropriate for drinking water. So I decided that I was going to feed the desert the water, even though it just got a good drink recently, because the leak was so bad and so fast. So I set that pump up. I went and got a green garden hose and I put it on the end and I ran it down to my mesquite tree across the desert. And I pumped that water out. That tank's empty. And I'm getting that feeling, you know, I've had it with you. I think I can do this. Stay tuned. If y'all can see or not, but there's a storm and there's sand blowing and there's smoke very much on the ground underneath all the sand. Hey y'all, it is Monday, July 19th. I'm in Bob's place. I have been working on getting Bob's place more organized, and I can only be in here for short amounts of time. So I'm getting ready to head back home, but I'm going to make this space I'm sitting in perfect area for sewing. And I'll show you the view. There you go. There's the thing that is not going to work because Bob's not here to make it work. And but look at that out over the desert. What a beautiful view from his front door. And I am getting one of the young men who helps me to bring his big trailer, empty trailer over, set it in the driveway, and I'm going to load things onto it that need to be disposed of. So, this week is going to be the water saga. It has been such a mess. The tank that's leaking is up high. So, it had been emptied, and then the guy filled it. So I was like, well, I can't fix it with that tank full. So I need to drain the water. Okay, after a weekend of dealing with the water, I have finally gotten the tank drained. And no water's coming in it, as best I can tell. Now I need to wait for the ground to dry out a bit. the monsoon weather, and we get monsoon weather without rain, except for that one day. We did get a lot of rain that day. And I got all the same warnings, all of the same everything from the Weather Channel. And nothing happened except for the wind. And everything held up. That was a couple of nights ago. So, the fence is coming. So I'm making ready as best I can. And so is Autumn. And so stay tuned. You'll be hearing more about what's coming up. Being that we're halfway through the summer. Or it feels like it anyway. Well, I wanted to explain the water house. These are the things I have learned working this system myself. I knew the basics. I'm finding out the details and the particulars. So, let's see if I can explain it to you. That means I understand it. I started up here at the top, and I numbered them 1 through 7. That is not including the leaking tank, which is right about here, okay? So notice there's just a downward flow. That is so you don't have to prime the pump in the pump house every time when you want to use the water. This is the tank that is always open. Because I found out, don't close it. It always needs to be open. It's just easier that way. Now, these 3 tanks operate at the same time. And what will happen is this tank is full. If I open this, leave this closed, and open this water flushes out of here and comes into here until they're equal. Now, each level up has its own equalization, but all of them flow to the main tank through these pipes right here, okay? Then you got a little underground, so they all have to kind of come down, and there's a little where they got to cross this elbow, slows things down, so it doesn't happen fast. Okay, here's Rattlesnake Town. See how wet that is? That means it's cool. It's not that the water is attracting them as much as the coolness of the ground. Of course, he was sitting right next to the leak on this tank. Here's the pool. And notice, this is tank number 1. And it's getting very low. But I realized when you open this tank, water comes into the pipe and goes in both directions. Most of it goes this way. It's leaching into this tank. Now I'm grateful because this tank is rainwater. We've gotten a lot of rain in the last couple of days, but it was already kind of full. Anyway, it's not coming from here, and I'm grateful for that. This is like untreated water. This water, I put chlorine in there to keep the tanks cleaned out and the algae from growing as best I can. So, as you see, this swimming pool is catching most of it. And I have emptied this. That's why the ground is wet all over here. Because I have to empty it. Oh, look. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, I have to empty it, and I've tried to empty it up here so it goes somewhere else, but when it gets full, and it does, but it has slowed down considerably, but it'll be full in the morning, and then I'll have to empty it. I cannot cut that pipe until those 2 tanks, that tank number 1 tank is empty. And it won't be empty until the tank down here, I use up the water in there. So I've been doing laundry today to use up this water rather than just dumping it on the ground. I have dumped a considerable amount of water on the ground. This water I put out for the animals in these big dishes. And that's not what the snakes are coming for. And if they do, they come take a drink and then leave, because normally this is not the best location in the summer. It's only good because it's wet. That makes it cooler. Good Tuesday morning. I am out and about dealing with the water because it's water week. And I just realized I gotta hurry up. I ain't got till next Tuesday because I'm gonna have to get water, I think, before that. So I need to get this fixed. And I guess I'm just going to have to research, because what I don't know is, does it have to be completely dry in order for that glue and stuff to work? Because that's important. How to get it dry. And you just saw me bailing water and then scooting that tank. Boy, I was in a lot of pain yesterday. Because I have to do that. It's amazing. It fills up really fast, as you can see by the wet ground. And even when I dump it, I'm not doing a whole lot more other than I kind of spread it out a little bit, because I just can't. I would have to get it up over a hill. I'm not ready for that. Anyway, Tuesday. And I'm doing laundry for Bob because it needed to be done. and I am getting his space cleaned out, which is not easy. But we are in monsoon season. It is monsooning today again. I showed you a little bit of it last night, but it's the season, so. Somebody looked all innocent just laying there in that little video. This is where he was laying. Good Thursday morning. Well, I'm going to the store today. I had to pay someone to go yesterday to bring me my mail. They didn't have to go. They were already there. He brought my mail up, which means I have really struggled getting a decent, nutritious duck food. And I had them send me 2 50-pound bags. It comes in 50 pounds. So he brought it up here, and then he put it in the duck pen for me, and then I maneuvered it to get it to the ducks. So that happened. Then the water situation, because I'm still unsure about it, and what I'm most afraid of at this point is the same thing I've always, but I've not expressed it, I don't think. I am afraid of messing up the entire system. Yes. Then I'm not sure that the piece that I showed you is going to fit on that pipe. I think that's all for now. There might be more when I come back from the store. Good morning. Good Friday morning. Susie's wanting some pettings, and Buddy it's like, you must pet me too. So y'all, it's preparation day, and the preparation is going to be a little different today. The fix at Bob's swamp cooler is no longer fixed, so I've got to go do something. So, we interrupt Water Week to bring you Swamp Cooler Week. Y'all have already seen me climb up and down on the ladder. Do you want to see me do that again? Maybe. Maybe. So anyway, happy preparation day. Shabbat's coming. Meantime, let's go fix a swamp cooler. I did it. I changed out one of 2 water pumps that are in that swamp cooler. And right now, this end is working. The end where the bedroom is not working. And it was, what's hard is that I don't know the sizing of the little nuts and bolts and tools that you need. So that always, it's up and down the ladder trying to find something that fits. And things are kind of spread out. So it's kind of miscellaneous tools. I'm trying to get it organized. And keep everybody alive at the same time. Oh my goodness, this was a much better endeavor. For one thing, I was not terrified because I had been in it before. I had changed the water pump. I realized that the worst part of it is that the strength. I would also like to point out, it's also the I'm not tall enough and long enough to get down in there proper. So I kind of have to get all the way on top of the ladder and bend over with my head in there. If I could figure out a different way to do it, I would, but I can't. I haven't. So, anyway. And it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. I still have preparation work to do. So, get a lot of things ready, but what a relief. Now, I am working on drying out the area up there, because when I cut that pipe, there's going to be a lot of water. And so, and I don't think there's any way of preventing it. I can catch some of it to keep it from being so bad. But I'm going to wait until Sunday. I think that'll give it enough time. And I'm not having him come out until Monday to bring me water. So I am really hoping that this will work. What I think will work in the pieces. There's still time. Stay tuned. I forgot to tell you, I learned how to check the voltage to see if everything was getting power. I know how to do things sorta, kinda, with my tools. I'll get better at it. I know it's noisy. It's okay, buddy. Go lay down. You know how you get all excited about accomplishing something? You got all that extra adrenaline going? Well, this morning I used that extra adrenaline and I moved a bunch of pallets. After I changed out the water pump and got it working successfully. So, everyone's inside, and some of us are going to rest until time for a shower. Oh my goodness. So, I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Good Sunday morning. It's July 25th. And y'all have watched me all month worry about the water. And I'm going to go try to do it. So, let's go do it. bright, I can't see. Did I do it? Did I do it? I see no water coming out anywhere. I've opened up the main tank. Y'all pray that it's fixed. That part's fixed. Well, the entire process took me a month and 13 minutes. Now, is it completely sealed? Is it going to stay? Did it solve half of my problem? Those are all questions yet to be answered. But it's Sunday, and I did it. I used a miter saw, and that worked. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and the water coming out was exactly what I expected, but I didn't know how much. I'm glad that I waited until the end of the water cycle. I still have 2 full tanks, so it'll be Monday or Tuesday before I have to get water. And that'll give me time to see if I need to do anything else. The leaking tank, it's a valve set in it, and I would like to be able to get that out, but it's going to require, I have to cut more pipe, and I wasn't ready to do that today. But it's not as much of an emergency. If all my tanks are full, I have 6 times 275. 7. I've got 7. Mona thought it was an emergency. Didn't you, Mona? Come here. Come here. You're my good girl. That's your good girl. She's a big girl. Okay. So, yeah. When all my tanks are full, I have 7 times 275. I hope you can hear me above the wind. I'm done for the day. Thanks for being here with me. I was so scared, and you were with me. And Abba went before me and prepared it, and he gave me the thinking minking so I could get it done. It was a whole lot more thinking about it than I was doing it, but I am so glad I thought it out completely. It could have been so much worse. But I am so grateful. I'm so grateful it's done. Let's all breathe. I'll keep the phone close at hand, and I'll film anything that might be interesting. Like, I don't know, me falling off the ladder.